It's pretty cold, y'all. Pretty cold. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is the first day of Christmas. Happy Christmas, but especially Merry Christmas. And yes, there is a difference. Have a bonny Christmas, a brave Christmas. Have a bright Christmas. I myself will be having a white Christmas. That noise you hear is a creek. Isn't that pleasant? Now, far from me to detain you over long. I want only to celebrate with you and urge you to celebrate and continue to celebrate. Tomorrow is Christmas. Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas. The first of 12 days. So my first encouragement to you is to celebrate as much and as often as you may. Some of you will be working during this time, as will I be. Still find ways to celebrate. I'd especially urge you to celebrate one particular day of Christmas beyond Christmas Day itself. And then I would urge you to celebrate Three Kings Day, Epiphany, when Christmas ends. But first, let's talk about that other day of Christmas. On December 28th, the Christian Church celebrates, in all the wonderful and terrible things that word can mean, the massacre of the innocents. And before you get your anthropological panties in a wad, before you get your soteriological undies in a twist, what innocent really means is ignorant, not knowing, unknowing. Of course, this feast is a celebration of Rachel's weeping in Ramah, of the slaying of all the little boys by Herod and his men. I encourage you to listen to the song Coventry Carol. Herod the king in his raging. It's also known as Lilu Lile, my tiny child. So, there's some weird traditions associated with that feast around the world. A lot of Roman Catholic countries, particularly the Latin ones, celebrate it as a sort of April Fool's Day, right? It started off as a, well, because in Spanish, an innocent can also mean like an ingenue. So pranks are played, etc. I think something that celebrates childlikeness would be a good thing to observe there. Or maybe simply telling the story, listening to a song or two. Is it Gustave Doré who has that famous painting of the woman like sheltering, hiding in a corner, holding her son, as the soldiers are in the background slaying the young? Anyway, I urge you to celebrate that day, particularly relevant for us now as we fight. And our children are the ones at stake, their children and ours. They're killing their babies and they're trying to kill ours. And the second thing I'd urge you to celebrate after the first day of Christmas is over is Epiphany, Three Kings Day. Epiphany is the coming of the light, right? The light to the nations. But in particular, I encourage you to celebrate it as Three Kings Day. We three kings of Orient are. Jesus is the King of Kings. You know, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the three kings in little nativity sets are usually different skin colors. And that is because for centuries they have represented the nations of the earth. In fact, there are three of them, so they are often associated. Not by everyone. These are associations, traditions, right? But with the sons of Noah. And the races from them issuing. The whole world comes to Jesus' feet. So Epiphany celebrates the light of the gospel to the world. But I think Three Kings Day, same thing, but Three Kings Day concretizes it for us. But that can be really useful and really celebratory. You who are watching this, your ancestors were certainly from a far-off land, far from the gospel. And look, Jesus has shone through the world. There are many wonderful traditions for Three Kings Day that I'd encourage you to, maybe assimilate one or two into your own family. In some countries, like in Spain, that's actually the big present day, not Christmas Day. And the three kings will leave the child presents. So we actually do one tradition where, so our kids never believed in Santa Claus. We never told them, because we didn't want any distractions from Jesus, King Jesus. This is the day Jesus was born. And we also didn't want them saying, if they lied to us about Santa Claus, what are they, are they telling us the whole deal with this Jesus thing? Anywho. Within that atmosphere, we did set up a sort of just, hey, look, here's a fun game, right? So although in some cultures kids get told, yeah, the kings were really here and their camels were really in the house. We don't do that, but we did set up as a fun game. Take a shoebox, we fill it with grass, and the camels are going to eat. And after the camels eat it, the kings leave a present. So we do give one present on that day. Let's say at this point we give a present to the younger kids. Right now I am smoking back down south and just enjoying weather that is not back down south. Wherever you are. I know a lot of you guys are watching this from summertime in Brazil. We've got several Canadians on the East Coast who are watching. Not just Ontario, but even all the way up out to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, on those maritime times. Viewers in Florida, viewers in Mexico, viewers in California, in Arizona, all up and down the Atlantic coast. Whatever climes you may be passing, no, that was terrible English construction, I don't even care. May it be a Merry Christmas, a bonny Christmas, a jolly Christmas, a Christmas full of vim and vigor for the celebration and the fight. The peace of Christ be upon you.
Aí sim é um homem de verdade, não é esses troços do grupo não, essas carcaças velhas, o fim de carreira.
Cadê você, profeta, autarquia? Hein? Pedrada no inferno, fala comigo aí, matador de demônio. Hein?